Thanks. Thanks.
All right, y'all, what's up? How are we doing? We're about to get underway. We're casting some Fear Madness games. We got Atomic versus Lewis P. I think Atomic's going to pick blue. He did. So I'm going to switch this on the overlay really quick. That's easy to do. Or is the overlay even going to pop up? Does not look like it will. But that's okay. But yeah, Atomic versus Lewis P in the Fear Madness tournament. Multiple thousands of dollars on the line. And I'm excited to watch this matchup as I've been keeping track of a couple of the games during the Madness games. Lewis going to get the first goal here. But 20-minute games, certainly a long one. The last one I had watched was, the last one I caught live was Wavy versus Frosty. That one was entertaining the whole way till the 6-minute mark when Frosty did end up forfeiting. So each player gets a 2-minute timeout. During the 20 minutes, Atomic steals the ball there. The game on the ground between these two in the first minute. On the other side, later on, or after this match, we will be showing Toxic versus Shadi. So I casted both of them a 1v1 before. I'm excited to see them again. Nice air dribble demo from Lewis P, picking up the second goal. Straight up deletes him on the play. Got around on the recovery, no problem. I don't know why I went wide there. I like seeing players come back from these huge deficits. Well, the forfeits do happen about as often as I expect them to. If Lewis can get out to an early lead, as he's starting to mount a decent lead here. Might put Atomic on the... put him on tilt mode a little bit. But if you can keep the mental square, I think that you have huge comeback potential in this format. Watching some of those games, you might go out and get that early lead, but holding on to that lead for a long period of time is difficult. Atomic this time. Nice try on the flick to the right side. Steals the boost out. It's in position, and he got dunked. Nice job from Atomic. Got all over the ball here. No chance for Lewis to actually get the clear when his entire undercarriage is on the ball. The player's side flip off the ball on the kickoff. Atomic almost caught him for two. Another hard touch. Caught Atomic lurking around. That could have been in. It should have been a fourth goal there for Lewis, but he steals the ball as Atomic got caught going for the boost and took himself out of position. Lewis extends his lead a little bit. This time, Atomic straight up wins the kickoff. Getting a little more mechanical on this play. Off the ceiling, beautiful shot. That's how you get it done. Love that. Off the ceiling. Lewis trying to defend that on the top shelf. Atomic hitting it on the left side. It's a beautiful shot. And we won't be sticking on many replays with how long this game could go. So most getting skipped right off the rip, especially these kickoff goals. Atomic real square on the ball, dodges into it. Looks like Lewis dodged with the ball, but dodging into it pushes it right by him. Barely got it on his hood. Nice save from Lewis. Another pot shot. Really just desperate to get back, get some boost, and figure out how to wrench this ball from Atomic, who starts taking to the sky a little more often, and he's winning the aerial battle early on. Started on the ground. That wasn't working out too well for him, but he's got the reset there, and Lewis picked his moment as soon as he saw the reset and the ball drop to go attack the ball, but you saw he got too far across the ball by the time he made contact and couldn't get the power he wanted out of it. Atomic going to stick to the air game now. Why not? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Takes the lead. It's 4 straight goals for him. Lewis watching this, and yeah, just no chance with the amount of power. And at the top shelf, Lewis tried to rotate back into position. Wins the kickoff by flipping with the ball this time. Holds the flick. Decided to use it. Surprised Lewis didn't abandon that play. Like, he checked the flick there for a second. Maybe he thought he was going to get more height on it. But he committed anyway. And Atomic got an easy clear into a goal because of it. Now 5 unanswered. Nice touch. Keep it close. Go fast. Go speedy. Yeah, Lewis not going to let him get all the free space anymore. Didn't get the greatest catch there. Slowed the ball down. Couldn't take the shot. Didn't have the boost to make it happen. But the flick is good enough. Got it right through Atomic. Atomic swinging wide, anticipating. He knows he's got to watch out. Maybe a low 50. You really got to time it perfectly on that flick, especially that close. If you aren't already up for that flick, a lot of times it's really hard to get back up to it. It is a deadly option if you can nail the execution. when Atomic is in that position. Fake challenge from Atomic, takes the boost. Leaves Lewis with an aggressive touch here, and Atomic flailing out. That's, oh wait, he recovered. Okay. Nice goal. Got bumped though. A nice save rather. A nice bump from Lewis. Really good recovery to get back in time from Atomic. But just getting back down in time, Lewis bumps him and easily puts it in. We got a brand new ball game about 4 minutes into the game. Start off with a couple of kickoff goals from Lewis. Got Atomic on a couple of ground opportunities. And then Atomic went to the skies, and that's where Lewis was really starting to find some struggles. His low 50 game working pretty well for him. Tried to sit underneath Atomic, and he's going to get burned for that one. Easy shot. Lewis thought he could go for the low challenge. Thought he could catch Atomic hitting the ball into his nose, but he kept driving forward. And he ended up driving a little too far. If his timing is a little slower, he'll probably get exactly what he wanted. Now we'll go off the ceiling. He'll get into the air. Atomic with a quick recovery. Lewis coming out of net. Atomic trying to get in Lewis's way with barely any boost left. He picked up 2 pads on his rotation back. And those 2 pads are what helped him get the ball back downfield, or to get the save, and to force Lewis back. Lewis just going to force Atomic off the board. He's going to give Atomic the respect here for another challenge quickly. So now he's sitting in that line on the air. He's like, fine, you want to go to the air? I'll challenge you quicker. Ooh, couldn't get that save, though. Atomic going up by 2. I like the adjustment from Lewis to Atomic's air game. When Lewis puts the game on the ground and it gets chippy, that's where he's found more success in the last 5 or so minutes. Isn't Atomic a pro player? Yes, he is. Atomic and Lewis P. Lewis dropping it down. Lewis, not as much success as Atomic in recent RLCS memory, but he has competed at the top level. Atomic will let it roll right in. Lewis, with no boosts, knew it was dead. Atomic figured, why not? Waste a little bit of time off the clock, because you know there's so much of it. Yeah, but I mean, even in a matchup like this, even time wasting a couple of seconds could still mean a difference maker if it goes down the wire. Atomic gets himself, builds himself up a nice lead. The point is, if your opponent is going to let you waste time, you might as well. Definitely not the way Lewis was hoping this would go. Wow, perfect dash up the wall. And his timing off the wall on that challenge was perfect. Stole it away. Now Lewis left with only 13 in the tank. Atomic coming back quickly, and he got the speed flip. Got deleted, and Lewis still gets the goal. He's going to keep it close. There is definitely a mental factor there, but Lewis had given up on the play early. And so it didn't even feel like it was worth going for it. So Atomic going to waste some time. Maybe it affects Lewis P, but not as if he was desperate to try to get back to that goal. Now he wins another kickoff goal. And standard side flips with the ball, and he wins it that way again. Really finding a way to win that side flip on the kickoff more often than not. This time, wave dash recovery. It'll be Atomic grabbing the side boosts. Nice. Good control from Atomic there. Gives you a little bit of space. Hold on to that dodge. Get on the right side of the ball. You know Lewis is going to have a lot of right direction momentum. Hit him on the left side. Make it difficult. Now he wins the kickoff, squaring up on the ball again. And that is the one way Atomic does break through these. The side flips into the ball rather than off of it. And it kind of drives his corner into it. And it's a tough one to squeeze if you can't get the ball to go your way. Even there, he kind of backflips off the, or looked like he almost backflipped off the ball. Atomic's absolutely dicing him on the kickoffs right now. You see him just kind of like let the ball hit in. It's his timing, his flip timing. As he side flips as Lewis makes that contact into his car, allowing him to completely stuff the ball by the time he flips. He's timing his flip just after Lewis. And it's helping him win. It's helping him win every kickoff. No boost. Lewis gets the touch, but not much more. Atomic has built up a decent lead here. Extending it early and trying to force Lewis into like an early timeout would be your best hope. And if one's not tilting, that's got to be tilting. Tried to snipe it. Ooh, Atomic early jump. Lewis gets back down. Atomic now has to... Oh, now that is the special sauce, baby. Look at Atomic. The pre-jump read back from his teammate. He nails the double touch. Love that. Great way to finish it off, Atomic. Don't let anybody tell you don't fully commit. Ooh. Lewis thought he was getting a straight drop down, but it bounced out. Get your boost back across. Lewis uses a lot there, but he gets the midfield boosts. Still has to play Atomic's game here. Atomic on the ground, keeps on moving speedily, and just couldn't get it going. I don't know if he tried to catch that ball, if he was hoping to maybe go for a demo. A couple different looks, and he just rolls around the ball there. Lewis gets a free goal. Lewis has just worked his way right back in. He goes for the hard touch first. Atomic thinks he's got time. He's not thinking Lewis is going to go. I mean, Lewis was on 0 boost, but Lewis bet that Atomic was going to go and grab that boost. To stick right in there, see, what is he going to do with the ball? And especially on no boost, Atomic slaps that. That's a free goal for Atomic. Lewis is back in the game. A challenge. Lewis just got outboxed on the ground. It's still a very close game. Lewis, a couple of these kickoff goals are what really is killing him right now. He'll win this one. With a quick hit kickoff with control, with the boost, and nice work from Lewis. And starts dragging the ball with him to make sure he can maintain a little bit of speed on the ball while also going for Atomic underneath. And that's a perfect bump. Atomic's flip doesn't matter. He's pulled off the line. And now Lewis adjusting slightly the timing on the kickoff. He pulls it forward a little bit and it starts working out for him. Flick to the top right. Oh, get this one. Atomic's recovered, no problem. Going for the bump. Oh, tough spot. Tough spot. Aye. Yeah, you don't want to get straight up kicked completely out of the play by Atomic, but you also don't want to drive away from the play, and it's easy to go underneath on the low 50. Atomic going the other way. He doesn't get the bump. He fully retreats. And Lewis is happy to just drive that underneath on the low 50, where he's gone for the flick almost every single time. And he'll change it up here. This time, too heavy of a touch. Couldn't keep control of the ball. Ooh. Unfortunate pre-flip there for Atomic. Nice low 50 again from Lewis using this hood. Side flipping into the car. Now he's just letting Atomic dodge to his death. There's another one. Lewis crawling his way back into the game. This time, the standard kickoff goes Atomic's way. Great shot. Oh, good try from Lewis. It's always a tough one when you lose the kickoff and you got to immediately recover. And the shot is perfect to the top bin. Good luck saving that one. This time, Lewis, wave dash recovery. Atomic way off this ball. He'll take his space. Now, if you're talking about that time-wasting element, in total, you're talking about about 20 seconds wasted off of 20 minutes. Oh my! I did not think that was getting through. It didn't look like it had the power. Looking back again, he jumps early. The threat from Atomic is there on the reset. Oh, he got a little piece of it, but it just skirted right over the top of his car. I was going to say, there's no way Lewis didn't get that touch. It's not Lewis, it's Luis. Dude, I pronounced this guy's name wrong 3 different ways. I don't even know how that's possible. Well, Luis will watch the ball go into the back of his net. I'm pretty sure I had someone tell me the opposite last time. As it goes, Rocket League pronunciations. Always up for debate, apparently. Oh no, he lost it. Atomic stayed right on top of him on that play and has built his lead back up. 5 goals again. Not as much time on the clock for Lewis, especially if he keeps losing these kickoffs. There goes another. So there's a timeout as well. He can end, or he can stop the momentum before things get too crazy. But for Luis, the kickoffs, when they do work for him, they work. But most of the time, I think Atomic's got his timing down. Just how he makes first contact with the ball and then flips. Luis is more bang bang on it. There's a bit of a delay with Atomic's flip into the kickoff. That's a great flick. My God. Sorry, can we just watch that one more time? Perfect catch. Ran at supersonic and, oh my God. The line on that's disgusting. Race for the corner boosts. Atomic gets it. Lewis sticking on small pad, staying right in the line. Can he get there? Yes, he can. Now you get your corner boost and shoot. Ooh, try to control. That was a decent recovery. It was a little messy, but he made it work. The messiness did allow Atomic to recover quickly. Oh, he tried to snipe it, and he got the corner, and he got the goal. Boy. Definitely a little risky here. Going for this. If you miss it, and Atomic's around it, he steals that boost, you're dusted. But instead, you play aggressively, you go get Atomic's boost instead of having to play back and play another one of his aerial tries. That was a good hit, or a good, nice risk. Paid off. Oh, he just gave him the angle. Yeah, and Luis, excuse me. It's going to take me a second to adjust for that. He pulls up on this. It's a heavy touch. He's only got 20, and he just drove himself into the corner, out of position. Gave Atomic a window to shoot. And it was even the near side, he was able to beat him. Luis wins the kickoff and the flick again. Those flicks have been pretty good. Very much a winnable game. Saved a little bit of that boost. That little bit of boost he got post kickoff helped him get the midfield boost, and he gets another bump. The bread and butter, it's working out. The air dribble bumps come back again, 21-17. This one's definitely going the distance. Oh my God, Atomic just ripped that kickoff. He just ripped it. Kind of rolling into it. That's the problem with 12 boosts is you can get that ball on your hood, but if you're not immediately flicking it, it's real difficult to actually keep it on your hood. With that, at least another 12 boost. Good bump. Way to stay in the game, Luis. forgotten the shot totals. Atomic taking 7 more shots. Standard kickoff for both Atomic and Luis. Which one's going to take themselves out first? Luis wins the boost. And that does put Atomic in a stretched position here. He can't win his other corner. That should be a goal. Boy, yeah, a little close. A little close. What he got there? No worries. The Luis flicks and the air dribble bumps. Atomic hasn't had as much success in the air as he did in the first half of the game. And a pot shot puts him in a pretty poor spot. Only on small pads, picked up 48 total. Luis didn't give him anything too difficult to look at. He'll take to the sky on this one, maybe. Waits to see how Luis is approaching it. Standard air dribble challenge, and Luis could not get there. Atomic will add to that lead. The aerial game continues to be a difficult one for Luis to handle. See him swing wide on it, and then Atomic makes sure that he's on the far side of the ball, making it almost impossible for Luis to squeeze that ball out to the side. Good approach from Atomic, cutting off the only clearance angle that Luis had. He knew that the only way he was going to get him is if he was underneath, but Luis was on the side. Won't get much there, but it's still a close game for Luis. He's had really solid flicks, really good ground game in front of Atomic's box when it comes to the challenges. He'll get another goal here and has kept the game within 5 at any point in time. He started off with a 4-1 lead, but he has not grabbed the lead back since then. Luis going for the challenge. The low 50 works. Atomic, nice touch on the half flip and easy goal. Definitely got to hurt for Luis. You can't get under 3 goals down. Every time he gets a bit of momentum, Atomic stuffs him with a nice play. This time he gets Luis to bite on a risky challenge. He hits him on the low 50 off the ceiling. Oh, he almost got the pogo. You got to recover now. Nice. Way to cut right in. Forcing Atomic to the side. Now you get boosts. Make sure you protect your own boosts. And a huge boom. You got Atomic lurking. And that's where audio is your best friend, right? Because Luis, when he gets this touch, you can hear Atomic coming around him closely. So he knows that he's sus to a boomer. And he nailed it right on target. He'll stay within 3. This is his recovery on the wave dash. Atomic with the ball. Luis has to win this one. He's going for the bump. Oh, that was a tight goal, or a tight save. Have to avoid the bump, have to save that dodge. And the dodge is irrelevant if you do get bumped because you can't get back to the ball. A quick clear for Luis. Starting to get tense now. Easy demo. Another demo, maybe? Yeah, I don't blame Luis for waiting for that one as he's coming across it. That would have skipped weirdly off his hood, went in the net for no reason. Still, Luis doing a good job, at least, contesting these canisters. Not getting starved out. Challenges Atomic low. This time Atomic adjusts quickly. Ooh, and the ball still has too much backwards momentum for Luis. He retreats quickly. Luis doing a good job commanding this game right now in the last 2 minutes or so. Atomic's the one forced out. He's losing that canister battle, forced on small pads. And when it comes to the harder challenges, Luis has found a way to slip the ball away from Atomic, and he'll let Atomic hit that one in. Try to recover, and that may be too much. Oh, he almost had it. Almost. But it's just too much. The bump was too much while the shot wasn't powerful. It was just enough. And again, Luis will get this one and will go down by 3 again, or be down by 3. But he has not been within 2 goals since, I think, the 16-minute mark. He's done work to try to battle back into this game. Really needs more consecutive goals here. He gets a huge win off of Atomic. So Atomic tried low on the reset, and he wins there against Luis. And that's going in. Well, Luis tried to get aggressive, and you get bumped for your effort. Doesn't matter if you don't have the boost. If you're atomic, the bump completely takes him out of the play. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's not when you want that one to happen. He ends up trying to delay the kickoff, and Atomic gets him with some height. Unlucky. Luis off the ceiling. Got another reset. Atomic knows he wants that boost. He's been very hungry for those corner boosts when he can't get a shot on net. And he challenges Luis with a hard touch out. Looks like Luis is calling it GG's. All right. That'll do it with about 3 minutes left in the game. Atomic will win 27-22. GG's to both players. Give it up for both players. Luis did not use his timeout, no. To be fair, I don't think it ever got to a point where I think the only time it would have gotten to a point for a timeout is when Atomic went up by 5 2 separate times, but that's like right on the edge. And then he kept fighting back. But every time he'd get back to 3 goals down, Atomic would lock him down. Kind of just I think he let Luis kind of over-rotate. Luis just started getting too aggressive near the end of the game. He would try to check. He just didn't have enough threat in his aerial game for Atomic to really respect it at the end. So Atomic started swinging off early, going for those boosts. And once Luis started losing the boost game and he started getting bumped, he didn't really have much of a response. All right, give me a few moments here, guys. I think there are still some other games going on, but we did have one more. The final score was 27-22, right, chat? All right. Who won? Atomic won 27-22. We're going to be throwing up Toxic and Shady next. Just trying to figure out when that will happen. I also need to go into I need to upload the replay. All right, yeah, we'll be back with that next game here shortly. Whoops.
Thanks. 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 Thanks.
All right, y'all. We're about to get this next game started. We got everybody here, everybody happy. We're going to go ahead and start this game. We got Jorby versus Toxic. And if I'm not crazy, I'm pretty sure that I casted these two in Salt Mine last fall. I'm going to take a look here real quick. Yo, Time Walk, thank you so much for the tier 1, man. 47-month streak is crazy. 40, that's over. That's almost that's almost 4 years. That's crazy. I was pulling up RL duels because I am curious. It's not loading for me though. Oh no, is RL duels down? I hope not. I wanted to look at that. Either way, we've got another one. Toxic versus Jorby. So let's see how this goes. Our last game we had Atomic versus Luis P, and Atomic ended up winning that game 27-22. Let's see how this game works out. Jorby backing up into the ball, trying to bump Toxic on his backflip back. Nice low shot. Oh my god, he recovered. Got to the bottom on the save. Let's see how Toxic breaks out of this one. I was hoping Jorby would hit the ball into his nose. Jorby continues to just play on the ball as much as possible. We'll call Toxic on him sitting on the side wall, and we'll pick up the goal for it. Nice start for Jorby. A couple times Toxic is trying to play into that more aggressive style from Jorby, hoping that he just hits the ball into his nose. Missing the flick. Not exactly what you want. Remember, you do get or each player gets a timeout during the 20 minutes. The timeout will last 2 minutes. Ooh, Jorby. Almost. Ran out of boost. Demoed on the play. Hope to respawn, collect the boosts, and defend a flick, but how are you going to defend that one? He hit that one at supersonic. Great flick there from Toxic. It's funny, already much different than the last series where there were tons of kickoff goals, tons of goals early on. At this point, in Atomic versus Luis P, it was like 6-3 already, but 2-1 to start in the opening 2 minutes. Toxic winning the kickoff. And Jorby does not get a bounce favorable for him. But, well, maybe it was favorable for him. Toxic grabbed the midfield boost. Jorby goes for the strongest shot possible as he's still sitting in the midfield. Who's Shesh? That would be Jorby. Air dribble bomb. And he's got him. Easy does it for Toxic. What's going on here? Thank you. Wave dash recover. A quick wave dash recover for Toxic.
Thanks.
For the aerial play off the ceiling. Got absolutely no power. Got the drop he wanted. Save was still very easy. Now Jorby, air dribble, reset. No dunk. He does get the demo. Collects the boost. Where's Toxic spawn? Opposite side, rough. You got to catch up. Although the boost was taken on your side. Anyway, you still got to catch back up to it, and Toxic just straight up misses. So I'm come down to recover off the top of the net, and Jorby just lets it drop, knowing that Toxic coming out of the roof of the net. It will be always tough to come down off that roof with speed. Shoddy taking his chances from wherever he can. If Toxic looks like he's even a couple of moves forward, Shoddy will just shoot the ball straight into the net. He hit him with a fake challenge here, though. Toxic gave it up. Yes, Shesh is a Mina player. He also participated in Johnny Boy's Salt Mine 3, in which he looked pretty decent. He didn't make it out of the group stage. I think he ended up, I think he was 5th or 6th in his group. He was one of the bottom 2. But in some of those games, he had looked pretty decent. I'm pretty sure the game against Toxic is the one that was close. And RL Duels is not loading for me. I can't confirm at the moment, but I'm almost positive Toxic won that game. But Shoddy's built himself up a little lead. Toxic is slowly whittling it away. And Shoddy's just happy to flip into that ball on each kickoff. Wave dash recover there, but he just gave the ball back to Toxic. A little too much behind the ball unless he's going to immediately turn on it. Bumps Toxic, maybe thinks he's got a step or two behind where he was. But if anything, he was a step ahead of where Shoddy thought he was. Easy punish. Shoddy, nice flick. Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's a bad thing that he was last in Salt Mine in his group. He was also in a group with, like, you know, some of the GOATs. You had Moxie and Vatira in the same group, I believe. So that was going to be real hard. Oh, my God. We are just straight face diving at the ball. I think I'm starting to remember how Shoddy lost some of those games because we casted him a couple of times. I think that right there, that aggression, his willingness to challenge pretty much anything, gets him into trouble sometimes. Oh, nice move, Toxic. I love that stutter step. It freezes Shoddy. He's got to respect Toxic shooting here. And even on that catch, Shoddy's already completely turned around, so there's no response. He has to wait. And Toxic, job tripping him up with the game speed. And oh no. Did he go for the delayed read again? I just need to see. Oh boy. He's messed up the kickoff. Unlucky. I see Shoddy's still sitting right underneath him. Toxic gets a little more power there. I'm not sure he gets back, especially with the amount of boost he had. Toxic does not care, and he thought about going for that corner boost, thought better of it. Good challenge, good shot. I take back my good shot. I take that back. You're going to get punished for that. Punish him. Oh, I only want to see the open nets get punished. Nice win. And again, it's that over-aggression from Shoddy. He'll challenge everything. He does not care. He sees a loose ball. He's not thinking about Toxic speed. He's thinking, I'm just going to go. And if I win, I can recover off the wall and go right back to the center of the net and score. Who do I think's more rounded? The more well-rounded player, just based off of what I've seen from both of them through a couple of 1v1 tournaments I've watched them in and casted them both in. I definitely have to give a nod to Toxic. I think Shoddy has explosive potential when he actually gets to command pace of play and he wins the boost battle. He forces the player to play his game. His aggressive challenges work out to his benefit. Where I think Shoddy will really start tripping players up is if he starts fake challenging some of these plays that he oft jumps for. This time he straight up beats Toxic with speed. Toxic's the one to get aggressive on that challenge. But that was a little closer. I can understand Toxic going for that challenge. But a couple that Shoddy has jumped at have definitely been risky ventures, to say the least. No chance on the low 50. That low 50 is tough as well with the ball moving as fast as it was. Basically hoping he hits it right back into you. He's always going to lose that ball or push that ball back out to the corner. And just wants to move so fast. Toxic matching his pace well. And I mean, give credit to Shotty. He's taking advantage of Toxic also going for aggressive challenges, but getting punished on it. Toxic more willing to switch it up as he slows things down here. Got the reset. Holds it! And Shotty was betting that one was getting flipped right through the center of his net. Looking at him here, recovers, and honestly, not bad coverage there. That just shows you how many options control and that reset give you as an attacker. Shotty could hold and anticipate Toxic holding it. That's a tough one, and the best you can hope for is you do get at least a touch on the ball there as you go up for that challenge. Again, Toxic seeing Shady aggressive. Opts for the hard hit. And, okay. Guys? That's an easy save. Both players now missing the open net. Oh, no, I think it was Toxic both times. He'll get this one, though. What do you mean why I don't like Shotty? What are you talking about? When did I ever state that I did or didn't like him? Toxic. Ooh. Love that wave dash, power slide up the ramp. It just looks so cool. Maybe getting a little too cheeky there with Shotty straight up on the back wall. After saying Toxic, probably the more rounded player, I do think that Shotty is quite explosive. And that definitely gives him a chance in this series. And Toxic is, you know, not lights out on defense by any means. He tried to play another challenge. And that's the thing about MENA players, man. MENA players just, there's something about every time you play against one, you end up getting more aggressive than you are. Toxic has shown his methodology a couple of times in the air. He can slow things down. He can change speed. But something about Shotty makes him want to challenge aggressively. So both players have been punished for it, but you got to love it. Got to love the aggression. Why not go for it? And Shotty, again, getting caught in the corner. It's going to be a high-scoring one if it keeps going like this. It was funny because the opening 2 minutes, not that much scoring. Shotty loves backing up into the ball, maybe hoping for a bump. But I still think that's a low percentage play to go for, because even if you do bump Toxic there, as long as he gets a touch and it's on target, are you still going to be able to recover? Most likely not, unless you gimp his power. And he hasn't been able to gimp his power, but he does catch Toxic on the runarounds here. See, again, aggressive. He ends up helping Shotty. I think that was a risky spot to challenge if you're Toxic. So I was saying more well-rounded. Shotty maybe too aggressive, but Toxic, I think, has started to aggress even a little bit more. Shotty quickly on the demo, and that's the threat. That's the punish. We're all tied up once again. Oh, the flip. Oh, yeah. That's fine, though. We'll take all the boost. What's Shotty at? Shotty still had that other corner. This time, doesn't bite early on the flip reset from Toxic. I think he has enough boost. Ooh, good try on the dunk, but there was enough chassis there for Shotty. Toxic able to reach around it. This time changing the speed a little bit with possession. And turn. It's just so aggressive, man. It's almost the polar opposite of Atomic versus Luis. Both of those players, there was nary an aggressive challenge in either of them. Between these two, it's if I can go, I go. Toxic smashing Shoddy through the trash compactor. Measurable bump. Nice. That was actually sick work from Toxic. Doesn't just go for the bump, but also gets the reset. Throw this ball a little farther to the left-hand side. And I think it still gets through, even if he doesn't bump Shoddy on that play. But the bump ensures it 100%. Shoddy kind of diagonal rolls back off the kickoff, rolling with the ball. And he's got another touch, 12-12. Again, both players do have a timeout. They can call at any point in time. Ooh. Shoddy gave him the hip drop on this. Look as the car just flushes down underneath. A quick boost downwards to catch the ball. And he caught it perfectly on the flip. That is beautiful. Shoddy's got a little lead. Leads haven't really meant much in this game, have they? The biggest lead we saw was, what, 2 goals, I think? Or maybe 3. Toxic got up early, and then Shoddy came right back, scored 3 goals in a row. And there it is, the old corner aggression, and he doesn't get punished for it. Crazy that it's been a couple of those now. Shoddy with almost all of those open net misses, but he'll get this one. Nice air dribble right over Toxic. Thinking a higher pop-up, but he ends up skipping off of Shoddy's car. He beats him to the ball. And he gets another one on the kickoff. Finally gets to build a lead for the first time in this game. Toxic's got to stop the bleeding. This time, standard kickoff underneath the ball. A couple of his wave dash recoveries haven't really netted him much success. Shoddy with another reset. Boy. And those ones are always so tough. The post could ruin you if you're not careful, and he burns Shoddy on a flick. You can get one save against Shoddy's first attempt on offense. Chances are he's going to immediately follow up with an aggressive challenge, and you can just punt that ball downfield. And look, we're right back to where we started. 1-goal game. Standard kickoff for both. Very high ball. Like how Shoddy, that threat of him just sitting underneath the ball, picking up pads. It makes Toxic anxious at first. Can I go for that boost? Can I not go for that boost? But then he realizes Shoddy's not going to go. He can get that boost. The ball's still in his area. And he nails Shoddy with an air dribble bump. And we're all tied up again. Flips into the ball. And no, yes, he does. No power. I was told that Shady's name is pronounced Shoddy when I casted him in Salt Mine. That's what I was informed. So that's what I'm going with. Nice shot. Way to tie it back up. Just what, someone gets 3 goals in a row. And then you lose the kickoff. This time, Shoddy was on the same side of the ball as Toxic as they both flip. Shoddy flips in. I think his timing was a little sooner as well. He ended up forcing that ball right through Toxic. You mean Slim Shady? Indeed.
Thanks.
Yeah, chat, what are you guys thinking right now? Because it's dead even in terms of kickoff goals, in terms of, air tries, ground tries. Both players very aggressive. Although, at this mark, it's still lower scoring than Luis versus Atomic was. Shoddy really just sticking on Toxic's car as much as he can. See, off the wall there, he's just trying to bump him off. If he bumps Toxic and he actually causes him to not recover, then he gets that. But Toxic has recovered every single time. And that time he didn't even need to recover. And then he loses a kickoff. Ooh. I think that was, not going to lie, I was looking up over at chat for a second on that kickoff. No dodge here. Yeah, he was too high ahead. Toxic was low. When you're high, they're low, and you don't flip into the ball. You don't even get any impact momentum on the ball. So get that result right there. Shoddy's car just pops right off the top of the ball. You say Toxic if he keeps his cool. I feel like it's just going to come. If this comes down to the final minute, and it really feels like it does, then I think whoever gets over-aggressive last is going to lose. Here we go. 2-goal lead for Toxic. I mean, both players just want to slap the ball as fast as possible. Like, their approach is about as fast as their attack. Nice demo. That should be in. Now we're starting to build a lead. Shoddy went up by 3 earlier. Toxic stopped the bleeding with 2 kickoff goals and an air dribble bump. What does Shoddy have here? Toxic decides to stay. No chance for Shoddy to just win the kickoff and stop the bleeding. Oh my God, Toxic slashes him across the chest with that one. Oh, such power. And there's the timeout for Shoddy. We will call it for him there. So he gets 2 minutes. And the 2-minute timer starts now. You have until at 58:20. So at 58:20 we'll begin. Shoddy going for the car change. He was asking before if you could do a car change on your timeout. And each player does get a timeout. And he's in the Octane. So let's see if this last 7:30 can be a little different. Maybe the decisions you make are a little different in that Octane. Or maybe the same continues. Maybe you think you could catch that ball and you don't think Toxic is just going to slap that against you. But I question that decision right there. Even if Shoddy catches that, you're still getting dunked. Not what he needs around the corner right there. Toxic hits him every time. Oh, you're right. That was not 2 minutes. That's actually my bad. I totally got... I will give him the rest of his time out here. So, we will give it the rest of that timeout. That's my bad. On me. But Toxic has built up a little bit of a lead here. Up 5 goals. You just started watching and Shoddy got scored on 5 times in a row. Yeah, his aggression's really biting him now. And then he lost a couple of kickoffs. Toxic switched it up late. And he decided to switch back to the Fennec. You know, that's on admin. But with a 5-goal lead, 7 minutes, Toxic is in a decent spot here. Just has to also, I think just channel down the aggression a little bit. I know I've been saying aggression about 1,000,000 times. That's where we were at the pause. During your timeout, you can switch cars, yeah. You're right. It was 21. It was 2 goals. My bad. Thank you, chat. We're all over the place this morning. All right. Another about 20 seconds here, and then we are going. All right, let's go. We're back. We righted it. We righted the wrongs. Toxic's got a 4-goal lead. And Shadi switching back into his Fennec. And this time the aggressive challenge worked. That's the first time that's worked for him this entire game. He actually wins that challenge this time. Respect for going for it every single time. That one was a little easier. You saw Toxic was going to be late to the ball. Toxic faking the kickoff. And the pre-flip at least gets to the challenge. How many times has it not worked? Probably about 17 of Toxic's goals have been because of the shoddy aggression. Landing on the wall for Toxic. Tried to let that ball bounce back into him. This game even started with Toxic trying to play a little slower and letting Shoddy hit the ball into him and go for the outplay. That didn't work early on. Then Toxic started getting aggressive, challenging in the corners. A lot of these goals have happened because of that. You've seen a lot of hard, clear goals go straight into the net. Even there, Toxic over-rotate. You barely get back to that. That was one he went for earlier that Shoddy had burned him on. Shades himself behind the ball. Not enough height. Likely gets that as well. But Toxic playing a little more methodical this time. Testing with a flick on the first one. Goes to the air on the second. Reset available. Drops it on the popper, and Shoddy could not get that bounce. That's a great shot from Toxic. Got the reset, you got the threat, you've got a hold, and then you get the skipper. Oy, the skipper is brutal. You have to have some crazy reaction if you're not anticipating the bump. Or not, if you're not anticipating the pop, if you will, not the bump. Toxic will just slop it back downfield. Ooh, tried to pull off and read that follow-up touch. He got close to it. Would have pumped it up. Shoddy would have been out of position, but he missed it. And that keeps Shoddy within the game. 3 goals. And about a Rocket League's worth of time left on the clock. Way to recover. You're Toxic. Try to waste your time as much as possible. Steal the boosts. And be careful with how you approach the game here. See, earlier Toxic would have went again. He knows he's got a fickle lead. Under 5 minutes now. Toxic pre-flip. That'll force Shoddy to play on the ball, and he's missed it. Toxic had to really stretch to get behind it. He fakes the first one and will pick up the follow-up. Nice fake in front. Shoddy bites on the box. 4 goals now. Every goal Toxic can stack from here is huge. Here's another one. And he's got it. Let's see what Shoddy can do off the kickoff. He can't lose another one like that. Being 6 down at this time is certainly not impossible. But he's happy that it's not 6 goals ahead for Toxic. Toxic will stay right on top of the ball. Shoddy waiting for his chance to go. Toxic might have opened himself up there. First touch, he's got to put it in. There you go. He's still in the game. He ain't dead yet. Another fake kickoff from Toxic. Shot is sitting right underneath him. Be careful, you're going to get bumped. You're going to get out of the way. You're going to get scored on again. He takes the challenge, and it works. Oh, he's hoping Shoddy can just drive himself out of the play here. And then Shoddy pulls off, steals the ball. But again, this time, standard kickoff for Toxic. Boost is gone. Good touch. Go get yourself some juice. Good recovery. Toxic threatens with the airplay. Shoddy saves himself enough boost to recover and get back to the ball. Still will sit right underneath him. So dangerous to flip into the ball there, especially with Toxic sitting on the wall, and he barely saves that. Got it off of his nose. 13 boost, and there's no way you're catching that one. Trying to hop, trying to anticipate, trying to build momentum to defend the shot, and he just couldn't do it. But you see that risky play from Shoddy in the corners when he doesn't win the ball completely in those situations. Toxic, great job of really not giving up the play. Like I said, when he is successful, Shoddy is explosive. Got a catch. Tried for the fake. Wants the demo and boosted with Toxic. Forced him to go wide. Toxic can't go for the ball. Reset available. Holds it. Scores it. He's still got a ball game. That's a beautiful goal. Both on the no dodge kickoff right there. Neither one wanting to wave dash pop it back into their own net either. Shoddy will stay on the ground. The ground and pound doesn't work out for him. Killed back to the corner. You like to see him change it up. Toxic, waiting to see what Shoddy does. So why not? Make a little stutter step. See what move he makes, because he's been making a move almost every time. And if you can catch him out on a quick shot in the middle of his recovery, you'll be doing good. Now he's going to levitate. Save 45. Pick up another. And if not for the bump, maybe he gets a goal there. Still, though, 3 goals. Kind of feeling tense. Toxic gets another one here. It could really stretch Shoddy, but he dropped the ball. Oh, there's Toxic sitting underneath. He's got to the corner boost. Shoddy. Nice way to just drill that ball under Toxic. Instead of flipping in, boosting straight up in. Grab his boost. Toxic will grab the other. Chance for Shady to go quick, and he knows it. Big shot. Toxic's there. Oh. That aggressive challenge. It's going to kill him.
Thanks.
Kills him every time. It just comes down to timing. If he wants to play aggressively, he's just got to time the flip. Or time his touch on the ball, really, because it skips up again. And Toxic, he knows what shot he's going to do as soon as he turns down. So why not just go big slap on the ball? Now, that's a huge kickoff right there. That's a huge kickoff. You stay within 3. Not a lot of time left in the game. Being down by 4 and also having to wrench control from Toxic might have been too much to ask. Still, this might be too much to ask. Trying to bite Toxic on the fake approach, and he got it. But can he get it in the net? Toxic keeps it over to the corner, and that'll kill more time. Okay, you get the demo, but now you have to score. And then you're probably going to need something beautiful on the kickoff. That's a beautiful goal from Shoddy. Nice work. Let's look from Toxic's perspective on this one as he respawns. He's already starting from a disadvantage. And he sees the reset, but the pop-up underneath, it's that hood, man. You pop it on your hood, it's so deceptive how much straight line speed you can get off of your reset. And obviously the demo really helped stretch things for Shady. Oh, Shady. See him just stop his car. He let go. I think he let go of everything that was driving his car forward. Accelerate, boost, whatever. And now we got the low 50. 48 seconds remain. Shoddy's turned it up. Off the ramp. He gets Toxic on the low 50. Oh, and that's a juicy kickoff, but Toxic gets the first touch. Shoddy will get that corner boost. Toxic ain't going to leave the ball. Dangerous spot. You know, Toxic still has a timeout. If Shoddy does tie it, he could call the timeout. Hit down the field. Shoddy just has to get this goal. He's running out of time. This is not where he needs to be. Toxic didn't give him a lane yet. Shoddy goes right through. This is the chance. Shady shot. Shady goal. And we've got a tied ball game. No way. Trailing the entire game from the 10-minute mark onwards. And he somehow tied it up with only 12 seconds left on the clock. Insane grind from Shoddy. Now he's got the catch 22 and a dream. Oh, no way, dude. No way, dude. 6 seconds left. Toxic is all of a sudden about to lose the game. He goes for the delayed kickoff, but he gets pushed off his line. He's got to get aggressive. Oh, that's done. GG, Shoddy. What a comeback victory at the end of the game. Wow. Well, that was pretty crazy. Yo, shout out to all you guys in Twitch chat watching that series. That was really a little gold jamboree we had there for the first 10 minutes. And then it started getting tight. Shoddy couldn't catch up. Constantly behind. Toxic went up by 4 goals at one point. And then just couldn't hold on to the lead. Shoddy slowly inched his way forward. And there was even a 3-goal lead with a minute and a half left. Or really a minute left by the time he actually got a goal. And tying it up with 12 and then scoring right off the kickoff. Unreal, dude. But yeah, I mean, both of these 20-minute games that we did on the stream today. Pretty fun. Also, I got to save this replay before it goes away. Woo! It's not named well, but I saved it. Series score before the comeback. Toxic, his biggest lead was when it was 21-17. But Toxic never got out to a 4-goal lead after that. All right, guys. Well, that is all of the matches we have scheduled here. So that's all we got. I'm going to send you guys over to Fear. Fear and Johnny, I believe, are taking care of the semifinal, quarterfinal portion of the 1v1 madness. Shout out to Fear for letting me cast a couple of games. The 20-minute format's really interesting. But yeah, I'll send you guys back over to Fear, and thanks for hanging out with me today. Thank you for the follows. Be sure to join up in Discord, !Discord, and queue up in games that I cast over. But until then, thank you guys so much. Peace.